Welcome back to Living Room Requests.
Hello there, that's Patricia Hammond.
This is Matt Redman.
Now what's going on here?
I've just escaped from penitentiary.
Well, if you listen to the rest of this episode, you'll find out why.
So all of these have to do, I guess you could say that somebody wearing stripes could possibly be performing all these three songs.
That's actually true, isn't it?
Sort of, yeah.
Stay tuned to find out why.
With the possible exception of the last one, but well, you know.
No, I think that's part of the vernacular.
Part of the vernacular
genre.
Anyway, we're going to start with, for Suzanne, the Big Rock Candy Mountains.
Is that colour meant to be sticking up?
I thought it would be stylish to do that,
okay,
but
fine.
Does it work?
Yep.
Does it work?
Works. Comment below if you think it works.
Does it work? Push down your dang collar, you silly.
So
anyway,
what are we doing?
This is a Big Rock Candy Mountains, requested by Suzanne, written by Mac, words and music. And I remember as a girl actually speaking to guys who used to be hobos in the 1930s, and they used to live off peanuts apparently because you could travel with them in your pockets, and every time you'd get anyway, blah blah. Very interesting.
It's a good story.
Culture.
I also like how this kind of sheet music, it's colourful, but they've only used one colour on the press.
Even for inside, this is rare. It's all blue. And I just love the sort of hobo's dream of what the ideal place. All the cops have wooden legs. Clearly, this cop didn't have a wooden leg, and he caught me, and I'm in the penitentiary, and I'm saying, come with me, and we'll go to the Big Rock Candy Mountain where everything's great. And it's sort of like a children's song until it reaches the third verse where it's like, lake of stew and of whiskey too. The little streams of alcohol come trickling down the rocks.
Okay, I'm going to start it kind of medium. I'll try and stay there.
Okay,
Here we go. On medium
I'll try
up
not
tempo.
to speed it up when I pick up. One evening as the sun went down and the jungle fire was burning, down the track came a hobo hiking, and he said, "Boys, I'm not turning. I'm headed for a land that's far away beside the crystal fountains. So come with me, we'll all go and see the Big Rock Candy Mountain. In the Big Rock Candy Mountains, there's a land that's fair and bright, where the handouts grow on bushes and you sleep out every night, where the boxcars all are empty, where the sun shines every day. All the birds and the bees and the cigarette trees and the lemonade springs, where the bluebird sings in the Big Rock Candy Mountains. In the Big Rock Candy Mountains, all the cops have wooden legs, the bulldogs all have rubber teeth, and the hens lay soft-boiled eggs. The farmers' trees are full of fruit, and the barns are full of hay. Oh, a mountain to go where there ain't no snow, where they hung the Turk that invented work in the Big Rock Candy Mountain.
In the Big Rock Candy Mountain, the cups of wooden legs, and the bulldogs all of rubber teeth, and the hens lay soft-boiled eggs. The farmers' trees are full of fruit, and the barns are full of hay. Did they eat the hay or sleep on the hay?
Sleep on the hay.
Oh, I'm bound to go where there ain't no snow, where they hung the Turk that invented work in the Big Rock Candy Mountain.
you never change your socks, and the little streams of alcohol come trickling down the rocks, where the brakemen have to tip their hats and the railroad bulls are blind. Oh, I'm bound to go where there ain't no snow, where they hung the Turk that invented work. The lake of stew and a whiskey too. You can paddle all around in a big canoe in the big rock candy mountains.
Big Rock Candy Mountain.
That's so fun.
I was trying to... That, by the way, is entitled Mandolin Banjo. And I was trying to invoke somewhat of the pluck string Candy Mountain genre. And that's why I played a bit on the slide on the guitar. And that Gibson L4 there as well. So, I mean, fans of that kind of music would have probably enjoyed that, but...
Now, you've just revealed our secret. You
really?
inadvertently,
What
by
happened?
standing next to me. You see, levels are an issue here because you'll never find a duo that sits,
Oh, yeah.
one that sits and one that stands in all of YouTube. Either they both sit or they both stand. So
please send a link or put a link
Please
below
do, if you know one.
somebody where somebody sits
not
like,
on a
like
stage at a distance,
yeah,
but actually on,
up
like
close
on
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because there are plenty of people who sit to play the piano with a classical singer in front of the piano standing, but we're not talking about that.
No.
I'm talking close up like
Yeah,
this.
anyway, so we've been playing with levels, as you may have seen in these various things. And finally he's got a bass amp that he's sitting on, so he's really high, but then he was too high. So like he was higher than me sitting when I was standing. So I've put on these, I don't know if you can see, I'm pretty flexible, but I don't know,
Ooh,
very
okay.
high-heeled shoes.
Stevie.
I imagine that could be bad. So that I can, anyway. So he just revealed that secret by
Whoops,
standing next to
sorry.
me. Anyway, never mind. Now we're on to the
Onwards
next one.
Did you say who Big Rock Candy Mountain was for?
I did twice.
All right.
Twice?
This one's for John.
This is for John.
And if you don't know how this works, you can click the description. Very simply, you can just make your request through the description of this YouTube video. It's that simple. And
£33 will buy you any song you want. Any at all.
And you just wait a few weeks and up it will come, just
Up it
like
will
this
come with
one.
a
This is
special
an interesting
arrangement.
one. So what's this?
This is a 1906. It's from a review, and it's the Edwardian period was all about modernity and to the extent of mocking the people from the previous generation. And this is a mock ballad, so it's kind of mocking those
Not
melodramatic,
a mocking
ballad. It's mocking those really kind of emotive, I guess temperance ballads and melodramatic ballads. So, I guess people tend to think, oh, old-fashioned is just old-fashioned. But 1906 was a long way from 1880 or 1870 or something like that.
Quite
It's
right.
called Don't Go in the Lion's Cage Tonight, Mama Darling. And apparently, Julie Andrews recorded it in the 60s. But I haven't heard that recording because I wanted to be true to my own vision of this masterpiece. And pure.
And that's well explained. So you need to just hang all those frames as
No,
you
you
listen to
don't.
this.
Just have
Where
fun.
are you gonna move it around here?
I can move it wherever you
there we
like
go.
it
Here we
moved.
go. Right, here we go then.
Tells a story. A mother once, she had a lovely daughter. The mother was an actress on the stage. She travelled with a troupe of well-trained lions, and each night she went in the lion's cage. One day the daughter had a premonition that everything that night would not go right. That day she told her mother in the kitchen, please don't go in the lion's cage tonight. Don't go in the cage tonight. the daughter's warning, but to her turned and softly said, "Pooh-pooh, I think I ought to know what I am doing. When I'm around, the lions all feel blue." That night while she was dancing in the lion's cage, the lions thought that they would like to eat. And as they bit the darling mother's little head off, these words came back to her so pure and sweet. "Don't go in the cage tonight, Mama darling, for the lions look ferocious and may bite. And when they get their angry fits, they may tear you all to bits. So don't go in the lion's cage tonight."
It's also good advice for life generally.
Yeah, I was just wondering, how's that applicable? I
No,
suppose
because this has got circus.
it's circus. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, circus stripes.
If that's
circus.
not Edwardian circus, I don't know what is.
Yeah. I've not run out of dresses yet, by the way. Not repeated a dress in this whole series. Not run out yet, which
I haven't
is
repeated a dress
shame-making.
either.
No, he hasn't. Still got all his dresses yet to wear.
Okay, so this is the third scenario in which wearing the striped
Stripey,
boiler
stripey.
suit might be acceptable in a musical context. Comment below if you disagree with that. I'm just going to take this opportunity to remind you that if you're enjoying this, you can press the thumbs up button,
He's
which
so
is a
kind
like
to
button.
ask.
Well, people do if they get reminded to do that.
That's true. Even
And
myself.
just share it with your friends, you know?
Prolific
Just
YouTube
share it with your
watcher.
friends. And you can supscribe or ask them to subscribe.
Don't you have to say, like, "You'll never guess"? You'll never. Then we
Are you going to turn this in time?
I'm
That's what
gonna.
want to know.
Oh, okay. Would you rather have it here on this?
I personally would. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you get to state exactly what you want because, okay, this is a request for Elisabeth, and Elisabeth, I suppose more than anybody else, has really taken us up on the whole "we'll do any song." Because she has asked for Depeche Mode.
Yeah.
She has asked for... I'm going to have to put this away.
Yeah.
He's getting nervous. Depeche Mode. She has asked for Purcell. She has asked for Schubert.
That's absolutely true.
She has asked for Vanda, an indie rock
That is true.
group from...
And now she's asked for Borknagar.
If
Which-
that's how we pronounce it. We don't know how to pronounce it. They are a Scandinavian metal band. We may even put a photograph of them in, or you can look them up.
I know because some people won't believe it, will they?
No, proper. And
you can
anyway,
blast the last one.
this you can't go to Shots or Bärenreiter and order, or Boozies, and order the score of their oeuvre. So Matt had to stay up until 3 a.m. transcribing this note by note. So if anybody wants to get to purchase for a small consideration, a copy of Colossus by Borknagar, this is the man to go to. God knows there's nobody else.
The thing is, like, some things Patricia can learn by ear, but the thing is, a lot of this type of music, it's not.
I'd have to
it's
listen
strophic,
to it so
but,
many
yeah,
times to memorize it.
There's different pickups and little word underlays.
He's
that are
chosen
actually
the
difficult.
king of metal instruments to play.
Well, you see, the oud, actually, a lot of heavy metal music sounds like Arabic music in the sense that it doesn't have a lot of harmony sometimes. It's more just bass note and melody. And I'm simplifying it, by the way. Obviously, I know that's not true. I'm saying that for folks who are not trained musicians. And so I thought I'm playing it on the oud. So here we are.
Excellent. How about I hold this one and then
That's fine
it's
by
an
me.
easy one. Yeah. And is that good?
Yeah, just hold it high.
I love the words. I love words in metal songs because, it's not just like "I love you, baby, oh, you hurt me." No, hell, There's a lot of really boring leader, where it's just like, ooh, I am so enraptured, blah, blah,
You're
blah.
absolutely right.
But this
It's not boring.
would be not out of place in a science museum or a natural history museum, this poem. Static time has grown, existence formed by substance unknown, prelude to matter, shift or disorder, completion of bonds between chaos and order. The era of seasons, the essence of being, the continuous process awakens a living absorber of every flickering sun, arranging the pieces to vivid perfection. The stream of mortality flows uncontrolled, a boundless downward spiral to perspective void. Existence takes its toll, extinction unfolds. The Colossus falls back from its threshold. Cosmic grip so tight, heed the celestial call. The rise, the voyage, the fall, tangled womb of mortal soul. Universal key of inception pulled out of the grind. The growing seed of creation and time. Complex fusion, the bond of four by nature's core. Universal ritual and aesthetic beauty adored. The pendulum upholds the carnal deceit. Eternal, endless, indefinite. The paradox render and the merge is complete. Nothing about the process is infinite. Nothing but the process is infinite, eternal, endless, indefinite. That was so worth it. Thank you so much, Elisabeth. I mean, yeah, it's a challenge of the arranger to make sure that an operatic mezzo-soprano can possibly do it. Not necessarily, I don't know whether do it well, but certainly that thing did it well. I love it. Rock and roll oud.
I like metal music that has what's called metric modulations. You can Google that. I'm not explaining.
I learned about it today.
Oh, right. I'm tired now.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you on the next
Borknagar.
episode.
If you're watching Borknagar, thank you for coming. All I can say is thank you for coming. Sorry. I hope you get a cut of the tiny little ad revenue. I have to say, some people think that you make money doing YouTube.
It's like 1 pence.
I
not
made
even.
£3.29 in my totality of being on YouTube. From those little tiny little ads at the bottom that go, whatever the little tiny
Love it.
ones. Anyway, thank you very much for coming.
Bye. Thank you.